Hey there, and welcome to this explainer. If you're a focused learner looking to cut through all the noise and understand exactly how modern commerce is actually built, well, you are in the perfect place. I'm absolutely thrilled to guide you through today's topic. We're looking at the master blueprint for building a modern, digitized business. We're going to construct a business from the absolute ground up, moving from foundational tech all the way to advanced risk management. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, the IT business revolution. Second, networks, the digital highway. Third, MIS, the business brain. Fourth, e-commerce in action. And fifth, navigating digital risks.
Module 1, the IT business revolution, beyond the IT department.
You know, for a long time, information technology was kind of just considered a backroom support function, right? Like, they're just the folks you call when your printer jams. But that is definitely no longer the case. IT is literally the core engine of modern commerce. Which brings us to a really provocative question. What is the true backbone of a modern business today? Is it the product? The sales team? The leadership? Well, while all of those are absolutely vital, without the right technological infrastructure, even the very best products just can't scale efficiently.
So, what exactly do we mean? Information technology is the use of computers, software, networks, and data systems to support operations, decision-making, and strategy. It's essentially the nervous system of an organization. Let me give you a brilliant, real-world example from our sources. A textile manufacturer in Pakistan decided to implement an ERP, that's Enterprise Resource Planning software, to track their raw material inventory in real time. By simply knowing exactly what they had and where it was, they slashed their waste by 20%. That's not just an IT upgrade, that is a massive strategic advantage.
Now, if you're sitting there thinking, wow, transforming a whole business sounds incredibly overwhelming, don't worry. It's actually a highly actionable step-by-step journey. First up, start small. You don't need $1 million system on day one. Begin with something simple like digital invoicing. Step 2, train your employees. Tech is totally useless if your team can't actually use it, right? Step 3, use cloud-based services for flexibility so you aren't stuck buying massive expensive servers. Step 4, immediately invest in cybersecurity. And Step 5, partner with IT consultants or freelancers so you aren't going at it completely alone. It's just a really pragmatic, scalable approach to building that digital backbone.
Module 2, networks, the digital highway.
Now, what's really interesting here is how we connect everything together. Think about how a modern retail chain might use these different types of networks. For their head office, where employees just need to share local files and printers, they use a LAN, or local area network. But to connect all their different store branches across the entire country back to a central inventory system, that takes a WAN, a wide area network. And for their sales reps working from home or, say, a coffee shop, they rely on a VPN, a virtual private network, to securely access those internal files over the public internet. It's all about picking the right road for the right traffic.
But of course, any highway needs traffic cops and barriers to prevent hijackings, right? Network security isn't just optional, it's an absolute must. You've got to have antivirus and firewalls to block malware. You need encryption to ensure that even if someone does intercept your data, it just looks like total gibberish. You need strict user authentication so only the right people get in. And crucially, regular backups. Because, let's be real, data loss can literally stall a business in its tracks.
Module 3, MIS, the business brain.
So we've got the IT engine, and we've got the network highways. Next, we need the entity that actually processes all that traffic. MIS stands for Management Information Systems. It's made up of 5 distinct puzzle pieces: people, data, processes, software, and hardware. MIS is the ultimate bridge between business and technology. It takes raw data and turns it into actionable intelligence. For instance, our sources note how a university uses MIS to track student enrollment data. By analyzing that data, they don't just see who is enrolled, they actually optimize their future course offerings based on demand. The hardware and software do the number crunching, but the processes, data, and people, that's what makes it a real business strategy.
However, integrating this business brain is not without friction. Let's objectively weigh the pros and cons here. On the one hand, the benefits are absolutely massive. Faster decisions, automated productivity, and really tight cost control. A logistics firm, for example, can use MIS to analyze and optimize their delivery routes, which dramatically cuts fuel costs. But on the other hand, the challenges are very real. High setup costs can be a huge barrier, and perhaps the biggest hurdle isn't even the technology itself, it's employee resistance. Getting your staff to adapt to new data-driven ways of working requires a whole lot of change management.
Module 4, e-commerce in action.
And this brilliantly illustrates the outward-facing side of things. How does a modernized business actually reach its customers? We aren't just talking in theory here. There are amazing real-world transformations completely bypassing traditional business barriers. Duraz built a massive e-commerce platform by integrating IT for complex logistics, payments, and customer relationship management. UBL completely transformed banking with digital apps and AI chat support. The Sialcode industry is utilizing ERP and online B2B models to seamlessly manage international orders. And Kareem, their entire ride-hailing business model literally only exists because they successfully integrated GPS, mobile apps, and digital payments into one fluid experience. It's just incredible.
But consider this staggering number: 70. Despite all these amazing tech platforms like Shopify and advanced payment gateways like JazzCash, 70% of local consumers in regions like Pakistan still prefer cash on delivery. Why? Low trust. It is a fascinating dynamic. You can build the most advanced, seamless digital checkout system in the world, but if the consumer doesn't trust the digital ecosystem, they are just going to revert to physical cash. It proves that digital transformation isn't just about software. It is deeply, deeply tied to consumer psychology and local infrastructure.
Module 5. Navigating digital risks. Let's move to our final layer of defense, because with great digital power comes significant risk. Let's see how an IT-reliant business faces threats on multiple fronts. We have operational risks, like those crazy supply chain delays we all saw during COVID-19. Financial risks, where sudden currency fluctuations instantly impact your software licensing or import costs. Strategic risks, such as a global giant like Amazon suddenly entering your local market. And finally, cybersecurity risks. Our sources specifically highlight data breaches, like attacks on small and medium business websites running vulnerable platforms like Joomla. A digitized business is a fast business for sure, but it's also a highly exposed one if it's not properly managed.
So the crucial point is summarized beautifully by this quote: digital transformation is mandatory, but security is its seatbelt. Is your organization ready for the ride? We've looked at the IT revolution, the network highways, the MIS brains, and the e-commerce interfaces that build a modern company. But honestly, none of it survives without that seatbelt of risk management and security. I really want to leave you with that question to ponder regarding your own organization or your future ventures. You might have a powerful engine, but are you truly buckled in for the ride? Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. Keep learning, stay focused, and I'll catch you next time.